Now, the serpent, when he approaches Eve, he began with doubt, asking if God had really said not to eat the fruit or if we would really die. He tells her she won't really die if she eats the fruit. Instead, he promises her that her eyes would be open and that she would be like God. But that's the lie in and of itself, because Eve was already like God. She wasn't being tempted with something new. She was being tempted to doubt what was already true. Because she and Adam were already made in God's image, they were already like God. And the serpent wasn't offering a new identity or new knowledge, he was helping them to question it. And then the moment that they believed the lie, that they started questioning, and the moment that they ate the fruit, shame entered and fear followed. Adam and Eve hid from God, and that was them falling from God's grace. And this is important to remember because that little bit of doubt is often how sin can enter our lives as humans. Not through outright not through outright rejection of God, but through the quiet belief that we can define life apart from Him. The fall wasn't about becoming God-like, it was about grasping control instead of a trusting relationship with God. And when that trust broke, every single thing fractured. Our relationship with God, our relationships with one another, and with creation itself. But even then, the image of God was wounded. It was never erased. Scripture later reminds us that humanity is still made in God's likeness, and God's character, God's goodness did not change for us. He was still our provider, still present, and always pursued his people. Now, this is reflected in every single covenant that God has ever made with us or with individuals throughout history. God was never the one to break those covenants. It was always the human because we are imperfect. Being made in God's image means that we were created to trust Him, not replace Him. When we forget that, our anxiety and our doubt can grow, and control becomes tempting, and our faith can feel fragile. But when we remember who God is and who we are, we can rest again. Now, here's where this truth is absolutely beautiful, but can feel a little bit convicting to those who need to hear it. Every single human being is made in God's image. Every single person. That means that every single person we encounter carries divine dignity, even when that image is distorted by pain, sin, or brokenness. Now, that doesn't excuse sin, but it doesn't mean that we get to dehumanize others.